Hello everyone, we're going to be talking about Emberhoof, the Brewmaiden. She's a character from the Megapack, support style character, but she can definitely play solo. She has a unique mechanic where she has a drink deck. These drinks will be passed around to other players and gives them effects. We'll go over that in a second. And she'll have 6 powers the whole game. These powers basically are giving players and herself drinks. Some of them do damage based on how many drinks players have and such, or heal effects based on how many drinks, but her whole mechanic is playing around drinks. So let's just go over her roll card. You can only unflip your roll whenever a player becomes drunk. No other method can unflip your roll. Play with the top card of your drink deck revealed. We'll go over the drink deck and the drunk mechanic a bit later. So you're immune to replacement effects, and she only has 6 powers. She's immune to replacement effects. Nothing can make her replace powers. If she is required to replace 2 or more powers in a round, you just take 2 damage. So if like a trap says replace 6 powers, you don't replace them, but you take 2 damage. It's just a way to balance it out a little bit. And once around, you may remove or you may move 1 drink from the top to the bottom of the deck. And since you play at the top of your drink deck revealed, we'll go over this in a second here. You gain a passive is you gain 1 drink each round before the drunk roll. Add +2 to your drunk roll. So she always adds +2 to her drunk roll. So if she has 3 drinks and she rolled a 2, she would roll a 4 and she would be fine because the drunk roll is about rolling under. But we'll go, like I said, get to that in a moment. The flip effect is you and a target player both gain 2 drinks, and the target player adds +2 to their drunk roll. But remember, once you flip your roll card, this can only unflip when a player becomes drunk. So you need to time that, at the right time. If you really want to save someone, you want to use that. So let's go over like how the drink mechanic works now. So drinks and drunk rules. The max drinks a player can have is 4. They gain the drink effect on all their drinks equal to the number of drinks they have. At the start of each round of combat, before any drink effects trigger, any player with a drink must make a drunk roll by rolling 1 die. If the value they roll is equal to or less than the number of drinks they have, they suffer all drunk effects on their drinks. Those drunk drinks get shuffled back into the drink deck. So drinks can't be removed from the game. The drink deck's always going to be there. They're always going to get passed around. Drinks are not powers. They can never be targeted by effects, abilities from players and enemies. They cannot be removed from the game. She's the only person who can interact with her drinks. She can sometimes remove drinks from players with her abilities. We'll go over that later. Like I said, if a player gains a drink and already has 4, you put the drink at the bottom of the drink deck. Drink effects can be triggered as soon as they come into play. If you already triggered a drink effect this round, you cannot trigger that drink at a higher level. So let's look at drinks now, and then we'll look at the powers. This is your drink deck. You're going to play with the top card revealed. So you can actually play with this face up, and then like when you bottom it, because you can always see what comes next, but you should shuffle and then flip it up when you're required to shuffle. So let's look. Each drink is based on characters that already exist in the game. She makes drinks from stories she's heard. So if you have 1 drink, like say I gave this drink to Unmei, the samurai, and she has 1 drink, each time you activate 2 or more abilities in a round, you deal 3 damage. So if Unmei were to activate 4 abilities in a round, she would deal 6 damage. That is very awesome. Now let's say you have 2 drinks. Let's say, oh look, here's the Unmei drink right here, the Red Blossom Bourbon. And there's like a little flavor text talking about an vengeful samurai, and see it's dedicated. But now if you have 2 drinks, all of your attacks also deal +1 damage. So, and then this would also go to level 2. But once you have 2 drinks, yes, you're getting both of these bonuses. But now for your drunk roll, you have to roll because you have 2 drinks and you have to roll above the number. You have to roll a 3, 4, 5, or 6. So, but she can save you with her flip once. So if you have 4 drinks, for example, you would get the 4th effect on all your drinks. So you get all these effects. So you can prevent 3 damage each round and reflect when you become drunk. Okay, so now that but once you have 4 drinks, only a 5 or a 6 roll can save you from becoming drunk. So let's go over the effects now of like these drinks, the drunk effects. When you become drunk, deal yourself 2 damage and lose 3 dice this round. So you would suffer that effect. If I had let's say I have the first 4 drinks here. When you become drunk, all of your attacks deal -3 damage this round. I would have that effect as well. When you become drunk, remove all counters related to your character except for 1. You cannot gain counters this character, or this round. When you become drunk, you may not prevent damage this round. Deal yourself 2 damage. So I would be dealing myself 4 damage if I had just these 4 and I got drunk and I lose 3 dice and all my attacks deal -3 damage. So that's the backlash of drinks. Like, yes, they are very powerful. Think like here, all of your attacks deal +2 damage, make the cost of 1 ability 1 die. You can literally activate a 6 die ability for 1 dice, deal a massive amount of damage. But these drinks are going to come back and hit you hard. So you get a lot of power, but your character is going to suffer a lot once the drunk effect triggers. And trust me, it will trigger. Like when you become drunk, replace 2 powers. When you become drunk, you remove 1 of your dice from the game. You permanently lose a die. So some of these are really bad. When you become drunk, you may not activate any abilities this round. When you become drunk, you roll -1 on your drunk roll for the rest of the game. If you suffer the drunk effect a second time, your character dies. So yeah, so if you have this one and you suffer the drunk effect again, yeah, you die. When you become drunk, deal yourself 1 damage. You become the target of all enemy damage this round. So yeah, these drunk effects are very brutal, especially if I had that one where I become targeted of all enemy damage. I dealt myself 4 damage already from the other drunk effects, and then 6 damage comes through, your character will die. So you need to play around it very well. So that's her drink like deck, and she's going to be passing those out to herself and to other players. So here's like an ability here. It's called Brewfest. Target player gains 3 drinks. It's very easy to get people drinks, and you got to give them 3 drinks. The max is 4. If they gain a drink, they have to take it. You can't gain drinks past 4. Each player gains 1 drink, max 5 players, so you can get 5 drinks out that way in a 5-player game. You and target player both gain 2 drinks. Target another player, they add +1 to their drunk roll. Deal 2 damage for each drink you have. So you could deal 8 damage on 3 dice if you have 4 drinks. Let's go over some of the other ones. Yeah, here's one. You can use this to remove a drink from any player. If you look at the top, remove 1 drink from any player. Deal 1 damage for each drink you have. This is nice because if someone gets a drink that you think is not very good, you can remove it. Or if you think if you lose your roll card, because this will allow you to kind of save someone once with that +2 to their drunk roll. But after that flips over, you might want to get rid of a couple drinks to lower their threshold for the negative effects coming as well. They would get less negative effects. And there's 2 powers you have that can remove drinks. This one as well. Remove a drink from a player, deal 2 damage. You may activate this an additional time by paying the dice. So if you pay 4 dice, you can remove 2 drinks and deal 4 damage. So it's pretty good. Those are the 2 ways to remove drinks. Everything else just kind of interacts with drinks, deals damage based on what kind of drinks you have, and that's basically Emberhoof. Emberhoof, the Brewmaiden in a nutshell. She's just a really fun character that's going to be passing out drinks and trying to make the game more chaotic. I think she brings chaos to the game, but you can kind of structure that chaos depending on how you play with your powers and your role. So she's really fun for the people who enjoy that play style, and I think she'll make a great addition to any group game or even solo. She'll be real fun to play because her passive just kind of makes her get drunk real fast, and you gain 1 drink each round before the drunk roll. And that's because before I found that she can kind of manage her drinks very well, especially with her +2, and she can kind of keep herself from getting drunk. So we added this as she always gains a drink, and it will make her become drunk more often. And because that's what she is, she's like a party girl, and just enjoys drinking. And you can see that from the flavor if you take a look at her flavor. 5 seconds to show me the bottom of your ale. I'll be helping myself to it. Time's ticking. Yeah, she's just an alcoholic, but a fun one. She just enjoys the thrill of the party. But that's Emberhoof, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you got any questions, just comment below. Thank you.